SDP.
Malam Rufai, the former governor of Kaduna State, was in Owerri, the Imo State capital, this weekend. He visited the SDP headquarters where he spoke. We'll hear that in a moment. He also visited a church. He visited many places. He even met P2B. This embrace between the two has been causing a buzz on social media.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Rufai is still a member of SDP. He is yet to decamp officially to ADC. ADC gave them a waiver, P2B and Rufai, that they should be allowed to finish off the works they are doing in their different parties. Until they finish them, they will now officially decamp to ADC. Badabora's Vival already did his yesterday. He literally had to play a James Bond on APC thugs and the police in Lagos. Without that, he wouldn't have been able to pull it off. It's a political gamesmanship. Never mind the fact that someone is called a political strategist.
The thugs were with the police were the one that was guiding them. Do you understand? They were with the police. They busted my head with cutlasses, seizing phones, seizing everything, destroying equipment. It's not fair. This is the height of it.
But we all know that it's not because of political gamesmanship that he earned that name. It was because of thuggery, coercion, and using all sorts of underhand tactics to have his way politically. Going by what happened in Lagos, Nigerians everywhere must be ready. They must prepare beforehand. They are testing the waters. Imagine using this kind of force and intimidation. It's literally terrorism. Yes, when the Canadian judge ruled that APC and PDP are terrorist organizations, it wasn't a lie. If you witness what happened in Lagos yesterday, you will say, is this war? Yes. Imagine more than 50 thugs attacking people, assaulting their fellow citizens just because of politics. They didn't stop there. You can see how they vandalized many vehicles in the venue. The damages they caused alone is more than 50 million naira. Now to the real story. Rufai campaigned for P2B at the SDP headquarters while making his speech.
Most Nigerians today don't feel they belong to this country or belong to this government unless they have a Yoruba sounding name. And we must work together. We must not get angry. We must see this as a phase and a lesson on nation building. We must not be bitter or say we will revenge or retaliate what is being done now. But we must go back, work together as a people united, to rebuild institutions that are being destroyed, to appoint people to positions on merit, and to ensure that election time we stand up to protect our votes and not be intimidated by anyone, whether it is police, the military, or INEC. We must register to vote, we must vote and insist that our votes count. This is our message right across Nigeria. I've been going around the country. I've been speaking to many people like you with this same message. For me, it does not matter who is the next president of Nigeria. But I want to see somebody who is competent and who cares about lifting the poorest of us out.
Well, you can argue that it is a veiled reference to P2B judging by how the crowd reacted. But the most important takeaway here is that P2B's name is now synonymous with competence. Yes, he was making that statement saying that ADC will back a candidate or that he himself will back a candidate that is competent and all that. And the crowd went wild in jubilation. So the crowd felt he was talking about P2B, that is going to throw his weight behind P2B's candidacy in ADC. We have made this analysis many times. It is in the interest of the Northwest to back a candidate from the South. If they don't do that, they will be out of power for a very long time. Even if Atiku Abubakar wins or any other person from the North wins the election in 2027, it will not be them. That their block in CPC that have been winning for many times, they won in 2015, won in 2019, and also won in 2023. You can say that because they backed Tinubu. If they don't back another Southern candidate, in fact, their only choice is to back a Southern candidate, whoever it is. If they back that candidate, they will be sure to be in power in the next election cycle. Well, this is the political consideration. This is what concerns Nigerian politicians. They don't care about competence or what average Nigerian cares about. No, they care about power coming to them being involved in power, having that access to power. That's all they are concerned. But even based on competence, it is better for them to back a Southerner who will do the right things. Politicians know themselves. Yes, they know the person to trust. Never mind the fact that Rufai said in the interview he granted to Channels TV that people promising to spend one term in office, that they shouldn't be doing that. That they shouldn't deny themselves their own right, their right to contest for 2 terms. He said that based on one thing, his principle. And you can liken this man and his principle to that of Peter Obi and his principle. Yes. Never mind the fact that some people want others to join them to hate someone. There are many people who genuinely don't like this man, especially from the middle belt. You can't deny that. Never mind the fact that there are others capitalizing on this to spread narratives that favor APC. Yes, in reality, it is not easy to force your friend or an ally, whether political ally or anything, to hate someone just because you hate that person. It's not possible. Let's use the Igbo people as an example. Many of them genuinely see General Gowon as an enemy, yes, because he was in power during the Civil War. But many of them have never tried to force others to join in their hate of General Yakubu Gowon. Yes, it doesn't make any sense. All that happened in the past, majority of Nigerians living today weren't alive when the Civil War happened. So many people have moved on. Yes, the Civil War left a serious scar on the people of the Southeast, not just Igbo people, because during the war, the entire eastern region was seen as one. What happened during the Civil War, especially the massacres, take Asaba for instance, they committed many massacres in that area. So the truth remains that even if you genuinely hate someone for a genuine reason, it's not easy, it borders on impossible to force another person to join in your hate. Yes. Even if that person tries to sympathize with you, it's not going to be as real as you take it because the person didn't really experience it like you did. That's how it is. In fact, this is the only way to explain it so that others will understand, so that they will know that politics is not about morality. When you see people not joining in that hate, it doesn't mean that they don't understand what you are saying or that they don't understand what it means to lose a loved one. During the Civil War, many Igbo people and other people in the eastern region lost their loved ones, entire families. So they understand it. But people must know that it is not easy to transfer that hate. Even love is not easy to transfer to another person. Or forcing someone to join in loving someone you love or hating someone you hate. It's not possible. People must draw a line. And what we are talking about is saving the country. If you believe in the country, you must work with anyone to achieve your objective. If you are going up means you are aspiring to lead the country. You are aspiring to campaign, to contest election. You must knock on all doors. Yes, you must visit even your enemy. You must go to that your enemy and ask him, please vote for me. I'm going to run in social election. Please vote for me. I need your vote, even if it's just one vote. Invite your friends, tell them, let them vote for me. This is how it works in politics. Not that sins of everyone have been washed away, no. But in politics, you have to face reality. You need the numbers. You have to make alliances with even your enemy in order to achieve what you want. When you achieve that, when you get there in power, you can now start doing what? Involving morality. Saying, this person did this in the past. He's not qualified to stay here. He's not qualified to lead this place. Such a person cannot head social organization or ministry. This is how it is done. Now, let's hear what he said in the church.
The governance of our country today is democratic. We elect our leaders. We don't select them. We don't appoint them. So vote is important. Registering to vote is a civic duty. It's not a political imperative. It is a civic duty which as a citizen you must take advantage of. Looking at the numbers of the continuous voter registration in Nigeria in the last 2 weeks, the Southeast, including Imo State of course, are lagging behind the rest of Nigeria. I want to appeal to you, our mothers, our sisters, our daughters that are in this room, to please take this up and get our children that are 16 years and above, who will be 18 years in 2 years and ready to vote, to please go out and register to vote. It is very, very important.